Welcome to Real Talk with Bishop T and yours truly, Pastor Z. We're so happy to have all of you to join us on today. Please share. We have several ways that you will be able to tune in to us here on Real Talk. You can tune in to us on Facebook Live, which some of you just may be, on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. We also have a Twitter page. You may communicate with us there. And those that are not on social media, you definitely can join us on the conference call number, which is 1646 um, 5980. That PIN number is 334 1986. So we would like to say good evening. Is that correct to say, Bishop T? Good evening.
Yeah, that's correct. Good evening. Hello. Bonjour. Bonjour.
We'll do that when you go over there.
Wherever there is. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. Hello to everybody that's joining in, that's coming in. It's good to have you connecting with us tonight. What kind of day have you had, Pastor Z?
Uh, it's been quite a day. My son had an incident on his job, and he had surgery today. So um, we we took care of that. Everything went well, though.
That's good.
Everybody
That's
keep
good.
keep Dre lifted up in your prayers. He's doing well.
That's good.
Hmm.
That's good.
How's everything go with you today?
Everything is well on my end. I had a pretty decent day, pretty busy day. Um I think I had to do what you said sometime back on one of our episodes. I had to have a power nap today.
Yeah,
And it ended up being more than 15 minutes, but nevertheless, I am ready to go.
yeah, ready to go.
I won't say it like you said it. I'll tell you that later, but I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I heard that. Hello to all of you that's joining us, Miss Candice Watson, Shannon Wyatt, Chef. Where that go? Chef Terry,
Aaron,
Adrian Terry, Chris Burnett, Deacon Chris Burnett, Sister Katrina Davis. Hello. Uh, we're glad to have all of you join us, Miss Veronica Pace Huff. Glad to have you with us on today. Classmate Miss Mary Smitherman is joining us on today. Brother Robert Smith, what's up, man? Glad to have all of you joining us. Do share this information with any and everyone. Tell them Real Talk comes your way every uh, Thursday at 6:15. We have some future great shows that'll be coming your way in the real near future. Hello, Miss Yolanda McKenzie. Glad to have you on with us as well. Tonight, we're going to be dealing with where are we on the list? Where are we on the list? And yes, people, Gadsden, Etowah County is on the COVID-19 list and have moved up on the list. And so we're going to talk to Councilman Worthy in just a few minutes. He's going to share that with us. And we're going to talk about also a private letter that went public, and the reaction of the people in the state of Alabama concerning it. So we're going to get your thoughts and your opinions and your views. Of course, you'll be able to ask Councilman Worthy some questions concerning the COVID uh, 19 update. Okay. Good evening, Dana Jermaine Huff. Glad to have you on with us on tonight. Share with any and everyone. Let them know that Pastor Z and Bishop T is right here and ready to go on Real Talk. Bishop T, you ready?
I am ready. Let's do it.
That's right. It's not going to be a very long show, but so y'all dive in with us on today. If you're ready, we're ready. Let's go.
Real Talk disclaimer. The information provided by the host on this platform is for education and awareness purposes only. All information provided on this platform is provided in good faith. We make no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, validity, and reliability of information shared by the host or show guests. The views and opinions of guests on the show do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the host of Real Talk. Under no circumstances do the host, show guests, sponsors, or affiliates assume responsibility for the actions of any viewer.
Let's go. Mr. Thomas Worthy. Good evening.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can
you
hear
hear us?
static from you all. Try to take this thing now. How about now?
We can hear you.
I can hear y'all. Okay.
All right. Slide to the middle. Slide your thing where you.
How about that?
There you go.
Well, I was hoping to have. Well, first, good evening, Reverend and Bishop, and
Good
to your
evening.
listening audience. I was hoping to have some better news tonight, but we're going on the opposite end. So this is we had a conference call on Wednesday, and city, we are the highest in the state now. We're ranked first, and we are third in the nation with the infection rate. We're at 56% positivity rate. And to give you audience, and so I could be transparent, I tested positive myself on Monday, and I thought I was being very careful. So, but thank God I've had my shots and a booster, so it's been just like a little sinus infection. So for the people out here that don't believe in these shots, I see. If they don't believe in the shots and talking about the shots are killing people, they're saving people's lives. And we need to really, the only way we're going to get a handle on this is for us to continue to social distance, get our shots, our booster shots, and to continue personal hygiene. And something you said a couple of weeks ago, Bishop Latham, maybe 3 weeks ago, is that we got to treat everybody like they have it. That's the only way we're going to fight this thing, because people may not know that they have it and they make a mistake and give it to someone else. So
let me ask you this: while you were at that point, and I know we got to get into the numbers and everything, and you were being transparent by saying that you tested positive? Did you
Mhm.
start feeling bad? Had you been in contact with somebody? Because you know, if
Well,
you just got a sinus infection, what you
well,
know,
well,
feel
I,
like it.
I- I've had, yeah, it feels like a sinus infection, but several years ago, I've had the sinus surgery, so I don't have the headaches when I get an infection. I don't get the infections often like I used to, but Sunday morning I woke up with a headache, and then Monday I woke up with a headache.
Hey,
Uh
can I
huh.
interrupt
Yeah.
you?
Uh huh.
Most of my members do that to me on Sunday mornings. They say they woke up with a headache.
Well, sometimes that happens. So anyway, I decided. I said, well,
Make sure I see you after the show.
right, right.
Make
So
sure
I
I
said,
see.
I said I better go to the doctor and get checked. So I did about 4 o'clock that evening, and I tested positive. And then while I'm talking about that, they was gonna send me for the antibody shots, but the FDA has recalled those, so you cannot get those right now for whatever reason.
Recall what?
The antibody
Antibody
shots.
shots.
Mhm.
Now, why would you get that? Was that just an
Because I
extra
have
layer?
underlying conditions, with high blood pressure, cholesterol, stuff like that.
Okay, and
And
that's
my
just
blood
enough.
pressure was up a little bit, and I was thinking that was from taking something like NyQuil, but it's equivalent to NyQuil. When you have high blood, you don't supposed to take that high blood pressure, but I went on and took it because I thought it was my sinus infection. So, uh, but anyway, people need to just stay on top of it and go get checked if you think you have it. And don't believe this 5 days nonsense. You know, uh, go back. I'm gonna do 10 days quarantine, and I'm gonna get a test to make sure I'm good before I go around people. So, but anyway, let's go on. And, and and like I said, we're up this week. We're up 20% in deaths in the nation than over last week. We're over 2,300 deaths per day right now, and these numbers are coming down in the states with the most people with shots, that's been fully vaccinated. Here in the Etowah County, we are only at 51% vaccinated with one shot, 40 something percent with two doses. So we're still way down the list, and that's why our numbers are so high.
Okay, let me ask you this, interrupt you
Uh
there.
huh.
Um, Compared to the other counties
Hmm.
in the state of Alabama, the percentage of those who have gotten one shot, those that have gotten two shots, and those that have gotten none, where are we ranked for as the percentage of our county versus others? Because I want to make sure that it appear that because we're not vaccinated is the reason. Because the people that are vaccinated are still getting the virus.
Right, but they're not going in the hospital. Like right now, we have over 70, 80% of the people that's in the hospital. Well, actually, 90% of the people in the hospital is unvaccinated, but we have
Unvaccinated.
unvaccinated. But right now, with the ones that's in the state, in the hospitals, that's in intensive care and on a ventilator, they're between 71 and 79% unvaccinated. So
So
that should
have you
tell
have
you.
you checked out the numbers in the other counties?
I believe we were on the low end. I know we were the last time I checked it, but I'll have to check that again to give you Pacific where we are ranked. And I'll get that information. I'll try to get that tomorrow.
Repeat for me, please, Councilman Worthy. You said we are number one in the state
Hmm. For its positivity rate, which is 56%
and number three,
in the nation for positivity rate. And
Ala-
this is, and no, in the nation. This,
Alabama is number three.
no,
Uh,
no, Etowah County.
I
Etowah
heard that.
County.
I heard that, but I just thought
Hmm.
I didn't. I just was like, wow, this can't be
Right.
number three in the nation.
In the nation. We're a red state. And a lot of people on the opposite side, on the Republican side, don't believe in the shots, don't believe in wearing the I'm not gonna say all of them, but a lot of them. You don't believe in wearing the face mask, the covering, and all of that. So to each his own, but you're just not hurting yourself. You're potentially hurting somebody else. And that's where, I wouldn't, it would be hard to live with yourself if I, was gave somebody else this virus and they don't make it. You give it to your elderly grandparents or, you know, family members that and something happened. That would be hard. That'll be a hard blow.
Hard to, yeah, you're right. Hard to live with for me.
And speaking of hospitals, right here in at Gadsden Regional, they have 52 in-house cases. They have about 70 staff out. Uh, they also have the ICUs are full and the critical care units are full. So that and they on diversion. Same with Riverview. Riverview Hospital, they have 42 in house, and they staffing levels have came way up because they had a lot out last week. They ICU is full, and they critical care is also full, and they on diversion area. So they still asking you if you don't have a true emergency, do not come to the hospital unless it's a true emergency, and also do not come to the hospital for tests. Go to your local doctor or these medical clinics and get tested. And I want to say kudos to Gadsden City school systems, to Mr. Reddick. He relaxed the mask mandate, and then their numbers went way up. And as he's reinstated the mask mandate, and their numbers have came way down, including the staff. So I think they only have 52 cases right now. And last semester they had like 531 cases. So that's a big difference, and that shows you the masks work. So I don't care what nobody tell you that a mask don't work. They work. Also, we have Etowah County School Systems. They gave an update, and they said their numbers are way down compared to last month, and they enrollment is picked back up into the 80th percentile. So this is something I want to talk about. This is that will help you if you have tested positive within the last 60 days. You can dial 211, and they will pay. You got to have your positive statement showing that you tested positive for coronavirus. They will pay either your rent payment, they'll pay your mortgage payment, or they'll pay your utility payment.
Now, what they have to call? What they have to call?
Dial 211. That's all you
Okay.
got to dial. That's the information for help here in Gadsden.
Okay.
Dial 211. That's 60 days time. You have to within the last 60 days you have to test positive. Have a copy of your positivity slip, and just call that number, and they'll do food drop-offs to you, and all of that. So it's a lot of help out there.
Now let me say this, Councilman Worthy, and don't y'all be people that are viewing. You don't have my email, you don't have my phone number to be texting me about what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Don't none of y'all go out here and try to get positive so you can get your rent paid or your utilities paid.
You're
Done.
absolutely right.
I'm
You're
done.
absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
I'm done.
This is to help people because, see, you have some people that live by themselves.
That's
they don't
right.
have family members that can bring them some food. So they will do that for you. And then the ones that the 60 days, they don't want you going into the grocery stores to have to buy stuff yourself because you could still be infected. So,
You were talking about the 5 days. And
uh-huh.
I saw on the news this morning, CNN, Sarah Palin went, she tested positive, I think it was day before yesterday. And that, or maybe it was yesterday. And last night, the media spotted her in a restaurant eating.
See that doesn't make sense.
It's
That's
dangerous,
crazy. It's
people.
very
It's
dangerous.
dangerous.
That's right.
Go ahead,
Absolutely.
Councilman. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I believe that's all of my report. I know the fire department, they had a lot of members out Gadsden fire, but they are now all of them back, but three, I believe, anywhere 3 to 5 that's still out. I know our EMS, they have like 20-something% of their people that was out, and they are running more cases, more what we call PUI cases, people under investigation, along with our fire department, and it's not just in Gadsden, it's the whole county. So they are hoping that our numbers will plateau in February and start coming down, but that may happen and it may not. But we may lose more people along the way, and we could prevent that. We got to prevent it. People, we have to come together, and I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. This is not a hoax. It's for real. And if you look at all of these news reporters on Fox News and all, they all had their shots.
Mm-hmm.
But then they still telling these people not to get the shots. Right. Our governor, they all Republicans, they don't have their shots.
That's right.
But they still, talking. I don't understand it. Then all of these TV commercials you see with these people running for Senate and all that, talking about they're not going to take our rights away, about, they're going to get rid of the vaccine mandates and all of this kind of stuff. It's just crazy talk. It just doesn't make sense to me. When this stuff is killing people and the numbers are there, it's all scientific. And I thank God for giving us scientists and doctors where they could go and help us. I believe in God. I believe I'm covered by the blood, but I also believe that He gave doctors to us to help us.
That's right. That's
now,
right.
Reverend, both of y'all reverends, what y'all say about that?
I believe wholeheartedly in what you said.
And out of all these people have died, you cannot tell me that they all wasn't covered by the blood. Most of them wasn't. Because the good Lord came here, sent His Son here to die for all our sins. And it's sad that what happened to loving this country and wanting to love your fellow man?
Well,
I went in the army. I wasn't going in there just for me.
Right.
And I was willing to sacrifice. I was a police for 26 years, every day putting my life on the line for citizens. Not just for my family, but everybody's family. That's the same way I believe this is by getting your shots. You would not only be helping you and your family, but you'll be helping your community. Therefore, you'll be helping your country. Now, what if Russia invades over there right now? And then we have to call up a whole lot of troops. Then we all sick. What happened then? It's game on. You talking about you a patriot and you love your damn country, go out there and take the shot. It's simple. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of begging people to take the shots. And that's in the black community too, because we got a lot of blacks ain't taking the shots. Matter of fact, we're going to give a vaccine clinic Sunday down here at 10th and Tuscaloosa at the White Store. It'll be the second one we put on. Drake Kirkpatrick 21 Kids Huddle campaign. And then you got people coming on Facebook on the ad talking about we killing people and stuff. That is ridiculous. And I'm sick of it. I really am.
This virus is killing people.
The virus is killing people. Out of all the shots, there's been over millions and millions of shots worldwide. Show me where somebody died from a shot. Please. From the Moderna or the Pfizer. Show me, out of all these millions of people worldwide have taken these shots, it should be some record somewhere showing this person died from a shot.
Right.
It's time out to be playing. And I'm sorry if I sound like I'm hostile. I'm not a hostile.
It might be time to get hostile. It may be time to get hostile. We're ranked number 3 in the nation. In the nation. Etowah County, number 3 in the nation. It might be time to get hostile.
It's sad. And for the people to believe the kind of garbage that they putting out here on this right-wing media websites and stuff, I don't see how you can believe it.
That's right.
Just like talking about stealing the election. The election wasn't stolen. Oh Lord.
No, who phone is
Now,
that?
now, now, it is
You
not
know I'm on the
mine.
call.
It's not mine, Father. It's not mine. It's not mine. But listen, and I know. Let me say something. I want to say something to what you said, and I'm gonna make this statement again. Do not email me and do not text me if you have my number, because this is my feeling. And you said both of us are preachers, ministers, pastors, whatever. I feel like if you're going to be in church, unless God has otherwise said so, and I know I may get some feedback, but if you at the altar and you laying hands and you doing all of that, at least put a mask on. There is nothing that's wrong with having a mask on. Reverend, don't look at me like that. Put a mask on. That's my suggestion to people. It's not a faith and unfaith and saved and unsaved and depending on God and trusting God. That's not it. And I'll say this, unless God has specifically told you, because I'm not gonna try to say God didn't tell you this, God didn't tell you that. If God told you not to do it, then that's one thing. That's you and God. Then that means God's got you. If God told you that. But if you're gonna be at the altar, working the altar, laying on hands, and I know some of y'all don't like it, put a mask on. I see lives all across the United States, live videos where people are in service. And I'm thinking, okay, if you're going to have service as usual, at least put a mask on. And then you all of a sudden you don't see in the lives anymore. You don't see them on Facebook anymore, or you don't see that crowd anymore. That's because common sense tells you something happened and they stopped all of that for a minute. That's because somebody somewhere, there's been an outbreak somewhere. These are simple things that we can do. That doesn't take away from your faith or your salvation or anything like that. It's simple. I think it's simple. And I feel like we ought to treat everybody like they are positive. Mask up.
Look at
Mask
what
up.
look at what Delano said. There's a difference between faith
Faith
and
and
foolishness.
foolishness.
That's right.
You're right.
Absolutely.
You know, I think it defeats the purpose to go down there in front of the altar, put a mask on, and they putting their hands on you too.
Well, I wanted to say gloves too, or
I mean, you just everything you can't do
Reverend,
things as you have done in the
Reverend,
past. You can't
Reverend.
you can't act like we in the norm right now. We have to be careful. That's why we still social distance. That's why we still check temperatures. Uh, and if you have any symptoms, we have
Stay at
a
home.
guideline at our job now. If you've been near somebody who has the virus, they want you to stay at home, get checked out. You know, come back with a negative report once you've been out before you can be cleared to come back on our depot.
And don't forget
And
that.
they lax with it though.
Yeah. Don't forget to order those in-home tests.
Right.
Ordered mine on Wednesday and received them on Tuesday. Each household get 4 tests. So it's not taking that long to get them.
Oh my God. Did you see that clip?
I heard about
Yes.
it.
Look at
Let
your
me
face.
tell you something.
Look at your face.
Baby.
Now that was something. I think
Yes.
I should have downloaded that and played a little bit of it. You think so?
Can you do it?
Y'all go ahead.
Let me tell you something. We would have to have a disclaimer.
We
Cause
got
I'm
one.
gonna tell you, it's well, even for making folks sick. That was
Mhm.
you go, yeah, download it and do it. Put a little
Are
bit
we
of
gonna put that as part of the foolery?
that should have been. But listen, and here is the thing. Here is the thing. And I wasn't going to say anything, but see, we want to attach.
Yeah.
Help me tonight, God. We want to
She in
attach
a preach mode.
the
She going
name
in.
of God and in the name of Jesus with stuff that has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with God. It has absolutely nothing to do with God. We have now, we're on social media, and now we're going for likes. We want to get viral. We want everybody talking about us and don't know that it's at the end of the day, that was the most disgusting. And he came back and did an apology and everything, said that after he saw it, he saw how, but that was after you seeing it. I don't know why you standing up there doing it. Something in your mind didn't say, it's something wrong with this. That's a whole COVID situation. Even though that was his brother, that's a whole COVID situation right there. A whole COVID situation. So I even say that when we're at the altar, like you say, laying hands and all without gloves and doing it's like we're gonna try God. To me, we're gonna try him. So I done got off on the soapbox, but that spit situation, baby. He better be glad it was his brother. I wonder if he had talked that over with his brother before he did
I
that.
heard he did.
Well, I think both of them crazy then.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I heard he did.
Cause I'd have been telling my brother or sister.
I heard he agreed to do it.
Evidently, he did agree to do it. He's still in the Let me calm down, cause you will have a
That
video.
voice changing.
You will have a video.
Yeah.
Councilman here have a video up next.
Oh yeah, you know it.
All you all that are commenting, I'm sorry I haven't put you up yet. We're in the process of trying to get that video. But y'all continue. Anything else you need to share with us, boss?
No, I don't believe it is. I believe I got everything. I know we've had 52,000 cases here in the state of Alabama since January 1st.
Wow.
So that's a lot of cases. And just don't forget to call 211 if you need help paying your utilities or anything like that, if you tested positive in the last 60 days. That's it. Please be careful. That's all I can tell you.
That's right.
Just be careful, because I thought I was real. I wore my mask when all the time. And so it can happen to anybody,
And while you're talking about the mask, too, if you can find the what is it, KN95 and the N95, and I know one of the medical professionals that we had on the show even said that there is a level of protection with the others, but the KN95 and the N95 are supposed to be the better mask, the better mask. So, and Councilman, I really don't. This is the way I feel when I say this: every man for himself and God for us all. Because you said something about that 5 days. I think right now we've got to go even more so for what we need to do to protect ourselves. Because the government is going to try to stay open and do what they can to keep this economy going. And so we have to, I think we're going to have to. As for me, because I asked somebody yesterday, I went to the grocery store and picked up a few things, and I was on the phone with one of my cousins, and I said, do you still wipe your groceries off? Your groceries off? And she said, no, I don't. And she said, do you? I said, yeah, I do. Because it's just you just never know. And then
Right.
we've gotten a whole lot of conflicting information as well. So some of the stuff that I do just for peace of mind myself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Just for
yes,
peace of mind.
I
And
do the
so
same.
yeah,
You can use Clorox water. Put
yeah,
some water, put a little Clorox in it, and wipe it off, or you could use the Clorox wipes or the Lysol wipes.
Right.
So all of it helped. But see, I know where I got it from, and it was one of them relative 5 days, thinking they were all right, and they wouldn't. So
yeah. It was
it's all
it was
good.
10 days before, wasn't it?
Right, 10 days before.
Right.
And you need to get tested. A lot of them won't go get tested. They just go back to work and tell them I wear a mask. But, that might help. But I would get tested to make sure I'm not still positive.
And I know for some people, once they get positive, especially when there are multiple people in a household, it may be difficult to quarantine.
Right. And that's why I tried, when this stuff first started happening, I tried to get the city to rent some hotel rooms,
That's
like
what I was about to
motels
say.
where when you go outside, you outside. When you go out your door, you outside. So you could put people in these rooms where they wouldn't have to go home and infect their family members. But that didn't work out. And then we got federal government money to help with stuff like that, and that still didn't work out. So,
Well, question to you, Councilman Worthy, since you with us on tonight. Have you had opportunity to see that clip?
The preacher doing? I heard about it. I didn't see it.
But you just stay with us. We're gonna let you enjoy this.
I don't know if you want to stay with us. Now, I'm honest.
Hey,
I'm being honest with you.
I used to be a policeman, so I've seen a lot of gross stuff.
But we'll see how gross you think this is.
I said, who was rubbing slobber on people? I definitely missed something. Yeah, just stay with us. We're gonna let you see it. And this type of stuff we're dealing with, and that in the middle of a pandemic. And I tell people all the time, you gotta be careful about acting out stuff that you read in the Bible, and make sure you actually rightly divide the word of truth, because that's not the way Jesus did it. He spat on the ground, first of all. It wasn't in the pandemic. He wasn't hawking coal.
Oh, now you gone too far now. You need to stop. You didn't put you cut it off. You didn't give Dre, do not give us all this video.
I gotta give it to you. It's real talk.
I don't want to see
it's real talk.
And some of them are putting up this.
Get your trash can close. Get your trash can close. All right, y'all. Those that have not seen this video, we cannot make this up. This is a very popular minister. I may make some of his followers upset, but he has wrote a book, and there are some people just believe folks, no matter who they are or what they are saying. But anyway, he was doing a demonstration of what he read in the Bible concerning Jesus when he used spit to heal a man. Let's take a look.
Changing something and you don't see it clearly yet, but you hear. And this is where most people would not face Jesus anymore. What most people would do is turn away. What I'm telling you is just as he's physically standing here, knowing what's coming, God's saying, can you physically and spiritually and emotionally be able to stand when getting the vision or receiving it might get nasty? I'm going to say it in a point just like that. Receiving vision from God might get nasty. You mean, God, I just bought, in crazy faith, I just bought my dream car. And now you're going to ask me to sell it back and ride in the hoopty again? Yeah, because the vision I'm about to give you, it might get nasty. And do you hear and see the responses of the people?
Okay. I had to stop it.
Yeah.
And let me say something while we at that too. You said we need to stop doing stuff trying to get like whatever with the Bible. See, when Jesus spit in the dirt and made the clay and put it on the man's eyes, that's what he did. What did he end up talking about? When God giving you a vision might get nasty, might get dirty. Like it's just no way to attack. It's no way.
I
It's
got to
no
be
way.
honest. That's the first time I've watched it. Someone tried to show it to me at work,
I
and when
told you it was
I heard them do that, I said I can't look at that. I can't look at that. They said no, it get worse. I said, well, I don't want to see it.
it got worse. It got worse. And it's just there's no point for that. There's no point for that. And he
You
like
are
many
not Jesus.
others.
He wiped it on that man's face. It was running down.
In his mouth.
That is terrible. Nope.
I knew you're gonna have to end the show. Turn it off.
I'm with you. They said I got sick.
Good night.
Listen,
Good
and I don't want anybody to.
night.
I don't want anybody to think this is what we promote. We just showing you foolishness. Here we are in the pandemic. I don't even know where this man church is. He's a popular mega preacher, whatever, has books out that people are buying. And that was his brother, from my understanding, that agreed for him to do that demonstration on. So his brother gave him permission to do that. But regardless, here we are, number 1 in the state, number 3 in the nation, in Gadsden in Etowah County. This is going on all across the whole wide world, and this is what we're doing. That's why I actually said, even about the mask, when people laying their hands on you, really. I apologize to you all if you all got upset, but just remember,
Real talk disclaimer.
okay, the views and the opinion.
He put that disclaimer out there quickly.
Yeah.
Hey,
Listen, I got to admit, because I was acting like a punk, I ain't gonna lie, while I was showing. I was acting like a punk. Did what I was doing the whole time it was on. I didn't know what was coming. I promise you. I didn't know what was coming. And I was like, oh. Y'all saw my face when we came back. I was like, oh my God.
And did you see it when he spit and had the audacity? Like he
Can I
was
say this?
stirred up.
Can I say this, and I mean it? Now, it depends on who you are. Had Z. Andre Huff done that here at Mount Zion, OMG. But some folks can do stuff and people will give him a pass on it.
I don't think he got a pass.
Oh,
though.
he didn't get what he should have got. I guarantee you this: had you done it and you on a lower level than him, had you done it, see what would have happened to you. Black Etowah County would have had it.
Well, but now, here, wait a minute. Even that's what I'm saying. I don't think he got a pass because this is an old story. This is kind of old now. It's 2 or 3 weeks, or at least 2 weeks. TMZ picked it up first. TMZ was who launched it first. They saw it first. And all of the popular bloggers after that, like Larry Reed and some others, they picked it up. That is really the only reason he came back and did an apology.
Listen,
So
listen. I got somebody that's gonna volunteer and stand up there and let me do her. Little Minnie Kirkpatrick.
hey, Miss Luca, I'm gonna jump in that Sunday and just tear it all up. I'm gonna
You
make
ain't gotta
sure
worry
you don't
about
have
it. Look.
my
Y'all
God.
Don't
crazy.
come with that.
But now, look at how serious this is. They got together. He got with his brother. They discussed this,
They agreed to do
and then he his brother. For what? But now here, whether in a negative light or a positive light, guess what? He went viral, and people all over the world talking about it.
it. Yeah.
I hate
That
we showed it on Real Talk, but
I
hey,
think sometimes, you can go too far. I think that went too far.
yeah,
Way too far.
just like we go too far standing at these altars, don't have no mask on, and just all of that, and we're not
Yeah.
doing anything but prolonging it. That's all we're doing is prolonging the situation that we are in. We're prolonging it. Now everybody got to go and get their life back together because Pastor Z done showed this video.
You told me to get it.
Everybody get your
You
life back
told me to
together.
get it
I
and
don't
put
even
it
know.
up.
I don't even know what's the stuff you take when your stomach upset.
Pepto Bismol.
Pepto-Bismol.
Okay, since you're on here with us, Thomas,
Yes,
I
sir.
think you may know a little more on this topic, and we'd like your input on it. Are you a Bama fan, or Alabama fan, or Auburn fan?
Actually, I'm an Auburn fan, but I was rooting for Alabama.
Okay.
I love their
Okay,
quarterback, and
let's
I
talk
love
about
Saban.
something for a minute because I
Okay.
think we got a lot of
Uh-oh.
Alabama fans on here, and we probably have a lot of Auburn fans, Jacksonville, Troy, whoever.
And we're
Okay,
number one in basketball.
Alabama fans, let us know you Alabama fans while we talking. Let us know you
Okay.
Alabama fans. Let's
Okay,
see what Alabama talking about.
here's what I want to talk about tonight. A private letter went public. A private letter went public. There was a letter wrote to one of the senators concerning them redrawing the lines, I think in the state of Georgia and other places, to try to make states that had been red in the past, currently blue, to return back to red. In other words, to suppress the votes in the areas that will keep those particular states Democrat. A lot of Republicans who had won in those states like Georgia and other states lost out this time because of the rally that the African Americans and those who agree with what they was looking for and who they wanted in office got out and voted, and they end up those Republicans lost their seats, and they were replaced by Democrats. So they feel like what they're doing to redraw the line will make those states red again. So there was a letter wrote. There was a private letter to a senator to get them to reconsider what they was trying to do. This senator made the letter public. It was a letter written by Alabama, University of Alabama Crimson Tide head football coach, the most popular man down in Tuscaloosa, Nick Saban, wrote this letter. And when he wrote this letter, he really saw some of the Alabama fans' true colors, because now they start bashing him, telling him he need to stay with football, quit worrying, stay out of politics, and He ain't got no business. And I've heard it on Paul Feinbaum show. And I'm like, now look how quick people will jump ship. Look how quick people, when they don't agree with you, they turn on you. Now, this man brought life back to Alabama. And Alabama, out of probably 10 years, they've probably been in the national championship 7 or 8 and have won almost 6 of them, I believe. And he's good long as he pretty much don't have a different opinion than I do. I look at, because a lot of people said they felt like, oh, he was losing to A&M and Georgia in recruiting, and there was a scheme to get those football players to go to Alabama, and I disagree with that. Because Alabama, I mean, Nick Saban doesn't have to do anything like that to get his recruits. It's people just want a letter from Alabama, and that's where they're going. Just saw some things take place at Arlington High School where a young man had committed to Georgia, but Nick Saban went down there to the school. The man changed his commitment. He's now going to Alabama. Pretty much, Nick get the pick of the litter. He don't have to do anything to try to convince people that this is his belief or this is how he feel. What's wrong with doing things because you feel like you're supposed to do this? He walked with the his football players during the Black Lives Matter campaign, stood with them. Those young guys mean something to him other than running the football, catching the football, throwing the football, and helping him put more money in his pocket. I actually believe that Nick Saban is genuine in writing that letter because, first of all, if he was doing that to get parents to jump on board and get their kids, then it would have never been a private letter. The senator is who made the letter public, and he's taken a lot of heat since he wrote that letter. Your thoughts on that?
Well, number one is this is America, right? You have your own opinion. He has his opinion, whether he's a Democrat, Republican, or Independent, whatever. You have a right to your opinion, and if you believe in something strongly, you can put your opinion out there. And that's all he asked them to do is to support the voting rights bill, John Lewis voting rights bill. What's wrong with that? And what they're doing is they're making it harder for minorities and to vote.
That's right.
So they can stay in power. That's all it is. Just like the 3-judge panel just threw out the redistricting here in the state of Alabama.
Right.
They have to the 11th to redraw the lines because they was taking too many blacks out of Jefferson County. So they could keep control. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
And whether you are Democrat, Republican, it just you should have a fair fight, and that's what we don't have now. If you disagree with the other side, they have to dog you out and bring you down. And Trump brought all it. It was already there at the surface.
Brought it out.
President Trump, he just brought it on out. And it's sad to say, but the way he talked, the things he did, a lot of people like that kind of stuff. So we just have to continue to do what we can do. We have to register people to vote. If you got to have 3 different IDs, you get all 3 of those IDs.
That's
and
right.
You go vote. And where we fall short in the black community is when we get a felony against us, they can take your rights away. But you got to get your rights reinstated, and so you can vote. We have to vote.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way. Before Reconstruction, you had black governors and you had black senators and stuff. And then when they took the voting rights away from black people back then so that the whites could get in charge. and it's just, it's nothing new under the sun. It's just repeating itself. That's all it is. And then that's what kills me about these commercials talking about that the election was stolen. The Republicans run everything here in the state of Alabama. They in charge of everything. The governor's office, lieutenant governor, everything is ran by the Republicans.
And we rank number 3.
Even the Etowah County delegation is all Republicans. We got one Democrat in this whole county, and that's Commissioner Washington.
Mm.
And we're talking about the University of Alabama. The thing about that for me was most Alabama fans, and I say fans because I don't know where the school is, but to me it's just more of the same. As much as things change, the more they stay the same.
Well, let me tell you why I like Nick Saban. It's because we had 3 kids to go from Gadsden City to Alabama. And if you remember McKenna Kelly, he kept going down with heat. Okay. And Nick didn't kick him off the team. He let him stay on scholarship. When I said Nick, I'm sorry, Coach Saban, because I respect the man. He let him stay on the team and get his degree. And I think not just his undergrad, but he got his a master's degree also.
Yeah.
Any other coach would have kicked him off the team because he couldn't help him.
Right.
Then there was another kid, like he was a 5-star from Georgia or somewhere, and he had so many scholarship offers, to all the big schools. He got hurt his senior year. I forgot the young man's name. He got hurt his senior year. Everybody dropped him, but Coach Saban. And when I heard about that, and then at one of our conferences we had in Tuscaloosa, he spoke to us. You couldn't help but to like the man. He was a keynote speaker.
Yeah.
You couldn't help but to like the man. Even though I'm
I think he's a genuine. I watch him. He's and the way he handled those kids.
Exactly.
And I've heard stories of him educating a lot of the kids there at I think Dre said it on our show. Dre Kirkpatrick said that he teaches them about your life about to change when you make it to the pros, and they make them go through like a course,
financial course.
Yeah, and even though they go through that when they get to the pros, he still kind of prepared them before they leave Alabama. What to expect and how to deal with certain things. When you get drafted.
Exactly. So he's a good man at heart, and he don't have to be there. The man have plenty of money.
Yeah.
But he's doing it because he loved doing it, and he loved those kids. And he put those, and when he and another thing at that news conference after they lost the championship game, when those two, the quarterback and the other young man got ready to stand up, he told him to sit back down. He wanted to say something. And like he told him, that one game is not going to make your career right there. And as long as you got a coach like that, they'll be willing to go out on that football field and lay everything on the line.
Most people care about them. Most kids don't go to Alabama because they want to play right then. It is not. They want to be on the field right then, and sometimes they have to sit behind other 5-star players. So they transfer. Right. They don't transfer because they don't like the program. They transfer because
they want that playing time.
They want that playing time, trying to get that money. And
exactly.
But Georgia's best receiver just transferred to Alabama. The team that just beat them.
Right.
The best receiver on the team just transferred to Alabama. I just thought it was just see how people just jump ship when it comes to, I'm all with you till you go against what I think.
Well, then
even with those that got upset with him, it said a lot about them with the issue that they had with him standing up for the kids and for those people that has the right to vote. We have a hard time as it is. It said a lot about them that said you need to stay out of politics. I walked up to a guy and I told this other guy, I said, come over here. I said, he's a big Alabama fan. I said, watch this. Let's see what he thinks. I said, man, they all on Nick Saban about that letter, ain't it? I don't care who you are. I think you need to stay out of politics. Just coach football. I said, yeah. I figure you was one of them too.
Yeah. If he had agreed with them, then it'd have been all right. Hold on one second.
Really, it
Hold on,
shows.
excuse me, just 1 second.
It shows what the real problem is. It shows what the real problem is, what they really agree with and what they really don't. It shows the true colors. Shows the true colors. You don't necessarily have a problem with the man. You got a problem with what the man supports. You don't have a problem with him. He's still number one coach or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Got a problem with the fact of what he's
now they want to stone him.
Okay.
You're going too far. And that's what we are.
They go to show they don't have a problem with our young men being on that football field.
Oh, not long as they bringing them the hardware.
Sorry.
Not long as they bringing them the hardware. That's the thing. I'm gonna tell you this. I learned this as a young age playing high school and college ball. Some people, I ain't gonna say all coaches and all people, but some people, when you're no good to them anymore, you don't matter.
That's right.
When all your eligibility is up and you can't shoot the rock anymore or score the buckets and help them to continue to hang on to their jobs, it's off to the next man.
Mm-hmm.
They can care less if they ever hear from you again. You did what they needed you to do for the time that you were there.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and what you're saying, I think that it's good that even when we were in school, about that time, things started to change with what they allowed and what they didn't allow. The law, the rules and stuff started to change because you could run athletes, you could use those athletes, and they not necessarily get the education, whether on a high school level or a secondary or post level of education. Back in the day, they weren't concerned about you getting your education. They were concerned about wins and losses.
Mm-hmm.
But today it is different. They cannot just they can't just use you like they did many years ago.
Right.
And so grades didn't matter then, but they matter now. And they matter for a reason because too many athletes end up not knowing how to read.
Mm-hmm.
They can run that ball, they can shoot that ball, they can do all of those things, but they cannot get the degrees that they need to get the jobs that they need to take care of their necessities to survive on a day-to-day basis. So,
I hate to interrupt you, but we were blessed to have two kids to go on scholarships, both of my sons in football. One went to Ole Miss, the other one went to Alabama State. At Ole Miss, man, if you didn't graduate, it was your fault. It wasn't the school fault because they give you every tool you need to graduate from the University of Ole Miss. And then he went from there, left there, and went to UL, the University of Louisiana and Lafayette. It was the same way. They give you every opportunity. They give you the tutors. They give people in your classroom that help you. And the different teachers, they have these what they call special teachers because everybody learn differently. You all don't learn on the same pace, so they take you wherever you are, and they get you caught up. So the different and you had to go to the study groups. If you didn't go, you didn't play. Simple. So our kids now, and I used to tell my kids all the time, they're using you for you to run the football or do whatever position you all playing. Use them and get your education. So and both of them got their degrees. So and one got a master's and one got a bachelor. So I'm proud of them.
That's good. Well, Councilman Thomas Worthy, we thank you, man, for joining us on tonight. I
No
know you
problem.
stayed a little longer than what you initially set out to do, but you helped us to carry the show tonight, so we appreciate
Well,
you.
yeah. I was wanting to rebut some of that stuff from last week, but I guess that didn't come up tonight. So,
When we bring you on as a guest, we'll let you remind us of what you're talking about.
okay, all
But
right.
until then,
I know what he's talking about. I know what he's
Exactly.
talking about.
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
He talking about the guest that we had last week that came to the councilman meeting and the result of all that stuff that went on in the councilman meeting.
What you got? What you got to say?
Nothing. We're doing it
No,
another time.
everybody get your popcorn. Get your popcorn.
We done made it through one. Let's do two. Here we
Might
go.
as well. Let's go. Let's talk about it. We got a few minutes. So tell me what you're talking about.
Okay.
Now,
Well,
you
listen.
know that he's probably watching. He'll be
I
back.
want him to watch. We friends. I talk to him, but he know I
Okay,
tell
well,
it like
talk
it
to me.
is.
Tell me what
You know?
happened.
Okay, he came and we have a 5-minute limit. It's a process that we go through.
Okay.
You get up there and you speak for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. When you finish speaking, you've been there before. You finish.
We
speaking.
have it at the school board. We the same
Exactly.
thing. 5 minutes.
You normally you go sit down and if you don't ask questions, because it's not a question and answering session. We don't have to answer you. But we don't mind answering you. But normally you go sit down. But I don't like the way Dedrick told him to sit down like he was some child,
Well, Dedrick is not the president.
Exactly.
So why did he even ask him to sit down? That would have been for the president to do.
Yes, it would have been, but
Okay.
he's the former president, so I thought,
it doesn't matter.
Right.
You're not the president.
right,
You
yeah,
know your place, first of all.
that's true. That's true.
Now,
And,
did Ms. Toles ask him to sit down?
I don't know if she asked him to sit down maybe afterwards,
But
I don't know. I don't think she did.
Since we talking about her, let me ask this: did she say something about
we ain't there
people?
yet? We ain't got to that one yet. We still on this. We're gonna get to what you want to talk about. You like talking about the pecans. We're gonna get to that. we go.
See y'all.
See, that's what she want to talk about.
Exactly.
I want to talk about.
I'm trying to get to a certain topic. Go on.
But anyway, listen. We have a lot of problems in Gadsden, but we have a lot of good stuff that's going on. I'm optimistic. I'm an optimistic person. And I would like to get the good stuff out. We have too much negativity on us, especially because of the rendering plant. We got good things coming. We got the Smoke on the Falls. The Food Network has picked it up, so they'll be here. The film net. So we and I've been trying to get them. We need a PR person, a public relations guy to go out and tell the good stuff that's going on. Everything is not bad in the city of Gadsden, but we could do a lot better if we have people that really care about the citizens in these positions, and that's what we got to have.
Here's the thing, and I kind of defended you all a little bit when it came down to him saying that none of the blacks mentioned anything about the Juneteenth holiday.
Well, we don't have
that. Here's the thing, and he said that somebody that's supposed to be in that he asked that has something to do with the budget or whatever. Made the statement they was waiting on one of y'all, the blacks, to say something. And I said, why are you waiting on something you know that they supposed to have anyway?
Well,
and I didn't want the officials, the people that's working at the city hall, to come after the 3 African Americans because they weren't getting Juneteenth. Hell, go after all the councilmen and the mayor as well, because all of them know that Biden signed it into office on last year. So it's everybody's fault in that case.
Everybody has a comment. Put his comment up.
The process. Everything is a process. Everything is a process.
Hold on 1 second. You see this? The public comment is a joke. The council needs to make it easy for people to speak.
listen, we're not going to be up there in there for 3 or 4 hours, and we've heard all the horror stories from these other. When we go to these conferences, we go get the best practices, and people tell us from these other council districts where that they have rules like that, where anybody can come in and write and sign and go up and speak, and they don't have limits and stuff, and it's just chaotic. We don't want that. We give you 5 minutes. You should be able to talk about whatever you want to talk about in 5 minutes.
But here's the question.
If you can't,
and
come back the next week.
I know the procedure, okay? But here's the question, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He had some good stuff.
He always have good stuff.
Okay, now here's the thing. Why has it taken since 2018 to get a community center open and it's not open yet?
Listen.
Answer that question.
I'm going to answer that. You know we had the COVID. It shut the whole country down.
The workers, you still...
No, it shut everything down at first.
So wasn't nothing being built?
At first, wasn't nothing being built. Everything shut down because they didn't know how bad this
Okay.
But
They
that's
didn't
no
have...
excuse. That's no excuse.
The COVID wasn't in 2018, was it?
No, but listen. The first contractor that we had, we knew that he wasn't gonna be able to build that building, to tell the truth. On the bid. Listen, let me finish. With the bid. Because we know the bid was too low. Okay.
So why did y'all go with him?
Because legally, you're supposed to take the lowest responsible bidder. That's not
true.
I'm telling you.
That's not true. Because listen, I'm gonna tell you, even with the school board, there's been times that we have taken the the superintendent recommends the lowest bid, and it's been questioned by some of the board members. Why are we taking this bid? Because it's lower, or because
the lowest and responsible and lowest bid. That's how it is. But anyway,
look at this. They said the location. That's why it's not.
That ain't got anything to do with being black or white. Just listen, people.
I believe
that don't have anything to do with black or white.
I believe it is now.
Yeah, well, you can believe whatever you want to believe.
I believe
America.
Listen.
Don't make me get Joseph Cole and Fred Zucker over here.
Me and him, we debate all the time. I don't mind debate. But listen, not only that. We had to go back to a whole nother bid process, and technically that and the reason why they used them is because they was threatening to sue them. The company was threatening to sue the city, which I don't care. Let them sue. Plenty of people have sued us. They can stand in line because we know that they wasn't gonna be able to build it for that price. And then they start adding on stuff, we get another bill from them. And we did that like 2 or 3 times. And then after the third one, we said, no, we're not going to do this. And so when you do a building that type of money, you have to have a bond, what we call a bond. And the bonding company came in. They rebidded the building out. All we had to do was approve it, the council. We didn't have anything to do with the bid process. They bid it out. We didn't lose any money because they paid for all that money there that he wasn't able to complete.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
How long did it take y'all to do the venue?
I don't remember how long. We didn't have that problem.
How long did it
didn't take.
I want to know. Answer that question.
It didn't take that long. I don't know.
Okay. You know why you didn't have that problem?
Why?
Because it's the venue. It's what the mayor wanted. It's what the mayor wanted.
The mayor wanted that too, or we wouldn't have got that.
Oh, he did. He gave it. Now he gonna give you something.
Well, I'm just saying.
But we ain't seen it yet.
Well, it's about to be open anytime. And at the meeting, the engineer don't decide when it's open. All he's doing, he told Mr. Cole that in the first week in February, that they will be training. The employees will be training over there. It is a smart building. Then what else is going on with COVID? The chips. That's why you don't have a whole lot of cars right now. The chips are out. They're not making enough chips. So that's another part of the problem. See, it's something to it. It's just not a black and white issue. Okay.
Joseph Cole said, "Why
I don't
hasn't
care
it
what
taken?
Joseph Cole said. Come on, what he said.
Why hasn't it taken 4 years to build something in the
Wait a
4
minute,
white
wait a
council
minute.
district?"
Because we didn't have the dang on COVID. You didn't have the chip thing. That's why. Come on, people.
Wait a minute. This man got COVID. This man got COVID. He don't need this tonight.
He ain't got it. It's a hoax. He ain't got COVID.
He don't need it. He don't
Not
need
the way he
it.
hollering.
This man got COVID.
But listen, y'all done got me all off script here.
Don't get your pressure up now. Keep your
Come on.
pressure
Yeah,
up.
that's right. My blood pressure up. But anyway, listen, it's gonna be open. And then Carver, we still not written it out because of the COVID. They don't, why would you want to go into a crowded place right now?
Listen. We just want to know what the building look like. If it ain't nothing but just to walk through and show us what you built in our community. You ain't got to open it up for us to all come in there and play basketball. We just want to see what you have done.
I've been over there. Y'all can go.
You've been over there. But you know what? You know what? You've been over there.
Yes,
but
sir,
the gripe is coming from the community.
Well,
Let the community go through there.
They can, because they should be finished by now. They should be finished. And I have no problems with Mr. Cole coming up there and talking, because, like I said at the council meeting, we need people like him to come up there, because a lot of black people in this city and some white people, they don't want to come up there because they're afraid if they come up there and say something, then they'll be blackballed like they do me, So that's just part of it. And I told him that at the council meeting. I'm going to say what I got to say.
Let's take a look at what Miss Frances Bryant said.
Uh-huh.
If taking the lowest responsible bid is protocol, then wasn't it irresponsible to accept a bid that couldn't complete the project?
Well, you can think something, but you got to know it for a fact, we all have our thoughts.
Off the screen.
Hey, Mr. George Hughley said, when will the venue be finished?
I don't know.
Now, that's funny. I don't care who you are.
We ain't even started on that one yet.
Councilman, because they're gonna try to get our time gone.
She said, answer the question.
I want to know, did the president say to or speak out that the people didn't have the nuts to come up there and stand for themselves? That's my question.
That's what it sounds like, but she said guts.
She said nut guts.
She said guts, because I asked her, because I said, did she say what I think she said? And she said, no, she said guts. So that's what she meant to say.
So she may have said nuts and just changed it when it got heard.
No, she might have. She thought she was saying guts, and she might have said it. I don't know. It sounded like she said it to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Because that's all I want to clarify.
It took a minute for me to catch it, because I said, wait a minute. Did she say what I said, well, we need to just go on and close the council meeting now, if that's what you said. So.
Okay.
So Ms. Bryant wants to know the answer to her question.
What was her question?
Was it irresponsible to go with someone that y'all knew that couldn't do the job? Pretty much is the question.
No, I won't say it was irresponsible, because we had a thought, but we weren't 100% sure. So, it's just, I don't know.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Have y'all always received the lower bids when?
Oh yeah.
When you build?
We always take the lowest.
When y'all did the remodeling to the Moraine Park and all that.
So as I know, they always bring us the lowest bid.
And y'all if I come up there and throw y'all low bid, y'all gonna give me a job, right?
Well, you got to look and see if you can do the job.
I'm gonna tell you I can do it. Hold on.
I'm saying
I'm gonna tell y'all just like these other jokers telling y'all I can do the job.
You have to have the equipment and all that.
Okay.
And really after we got into it, when I might have said that prematurely. After we got into the job, then we seen he wasn't gonna be able to do it when he's, so. But still, it's taking too long. We apologize. It's taking too long in the community. If it was up to me, we'd have a swimming pool over there because I wanted to have an indoor swimming pool.
That's a good question right here. So did y'all take the bid knowing that the bond would pick it up?
If something happened, it's like that on all the jobs, not just that one.
But did y'all take this particular bid knowing that the bond?
No, because all jobs have the bonds on it. When you're talking about that kind of money, that's just
so that's why y'all can go with a lower bid.
Yeah.
Whether they can complete the job or not, cause
I don't want to speak out of turn. I don't know if that's on all of them. I just don't. I don't know the cutoff. On the price. This was like a 5.5 million or so. So I don't. But most of the jobs, yeah.
Did you put Lacey Robinson's comment up? Had you gotten to it?
Listen,
I just think that's good.
Charles Hawkins said in the military we call that tap dancing around the question.
Well, I don't tap dance, mister.
We're going to have to end the show. I can see
I don't tap
dance. He want to rebut. Let him rebut.
Let him rebut.
We got to end the show, honey.
Lacey Robinson said transparency is the key.
Let me say something. Let me leave Mr. Robinson's coming up there because I got something to say. But let me say something. This man got COVID. And he has a pre-existing condition. He has high blood pressure. And you all are raising his pressure.
Thank you, Bishop. Thank you.
His pressure. Now he's sitting here and he's trying, but now to the people's defense, he did bring this up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he wanted to talk about it.
I did. Let me calm myself down.
Hey, Kevin Williams said, and
all right, Mr. Williams.
Now, Lacey Robinson says transparency is the key, and it is. It having taken this long, really, all the councilman had to do, or the president, whoever the councilman is in that district, should have just kept the people informed.
What we do?
Did that happen?
If before a week before Mr. Cole came up to the talk, I asked him to give an update at the council meeting, and he did. He got up there and gave an update
about that particular project.
Yes.
Okay, my question
because I have people calling me.
Okay,
so when people call me.
Okay, so why is not the councilman in that district not keeping?
See, you can't ask me. I don't know what's going on in that man's mind.
But have he asked the people to share with his constituents about what's going on in his district?
He wasn't there that week that I asked him to do.
Okay, about the week before that. What about the week before?
No, not
what about the week before that?
No, I don't know.
What about the week before that?
And the week before that, they've given an update before. They've given up. They may not. They give an update before. So
look, this.
And I'm not the councilman in that district.
That's right.
So, but when people, it doesn't matter what council district I'm in. I try to help everybody.
Yeah, but
when they call me, I ask them. I ask the question. So, that's all.
Well, did you feel better? You rebutted?
Yeah, I feel a little better.
Keep your pressure down now, honey. Don't let these folks raise your pressure.
Oh, Lord, no. I ain't going to let them kill me. All I can do is what I can do.
Hey, because you mess around here and let that pressure go up, and you be on out of here, that building still going to be sitting over there.
Still going to be there.
Going to be complaining.
And these people talking about he was
that building
going
to still be sitting over there, not open, not complete.
Not complete. And
like George.
And Mr.
Like
Cole gonna come back in a month talking about why y'all ain't open that building. So hey, and George gonna be asking, well, when is the venue gonna be complete?
Yeah.
Well, is he talking about the new part? That's what he's talking about, right?
Mr. Hugler, are you talking about the new part?
I think he's talking about the venue period because we don't think it's complete now. I never thought.
Well, the part for the venue is. The other part is not. What we gonna do the office space?
Okay, when we first
when we gonna move the IDA over there?
Okay, when we first went in there for this MLK program in the evening, I remember what's going over there, and I think Talladega College was there. All us almost caught the flu in there. The heat wasn't working.
The heat went out, man. They fixed
I
it
mean,
while we were
what are
there.
you talking about?
And they fixed it. They
Look,
were working on it.
he said
That's
the
the end.
venue in general.
In
Sir,
general.
we are the venue part where we have the concerts and different things will be is already completed. Now when we getting ready to do the other part, because we had some parts there for we wanted retail to go in there.
Yeah, we froze to death.
Retail businesses to go in there, but with COVID, nobody's opened up a business. Only business, yeah, Lacey. I see you, Lacey.
Yeah, we had to listen. Miss Alice Geis
I was there.
They
I
had
was
to
there.
take her out of there. She was freezing.
No, but they had people on the roof working on it. When the heat went out, we called the heating company to come fix it. That's
Okay,
all we can do.
Let me ask a question. Now you
Don't
know
say-
at
what-
that
hey,
time,
what happened? What
you
happened
know at
at your
that
house?
time, Mr. Donald, you know he was big and key and everything, and you know all of a sudden the heat goes out.
Well,
but have it went out
that's
anymore?
conspiracy, wasn't it?
Have it went out anymore?
It went out on the black folk. That's what
Yeah,
I'm trying to
okay,
say.
look,
Just this real talk. It went out on the black folk.
it's conspiracy theory. You right. It also went out on my man doing Prince too. The guy from here, the powder went out when he come out. Yeah, it made me so mad. But anyway, that's okay. Let me get back to Joe.
Oh, you like Prince?
Yeah, I love Prince.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which Prince? The one with the new pants that's not completed?
Oh my God. I needed this. This lowered my blood pressure right here. That's lowered my blood pressure. But listen, the Juneteenth. Now, Joseph, Mr. Cole, the process. Everything's come from the mayor's office. We talked about Juneteenth, but not as a body, but not as a city council body, but the 2 or 3 of us, and it's no problem. We were going to do it. So I don't know why whoever he talked to decided to throw us under the bus. That I don't know what that comment was.
They said, "Did y'all take bids on the heat repair? Did you go to the lowest bidder?"
I don't know. I'm like, listen, on color purpose, she said I was feeling mighty low. But the old folks say this doesn't help me.
Right. But anyway, it normally comes down from the mayor's office. The resolutions. He sends it to the attorney's office. He writes the resolutions up. They send it back to the mayor's office. He sign off on it. Then they send it to the city. Now, we as a council people, if 2 of us get together, we could have them to draw up a resolution. And I've tried
what you drawing up a resolution for?
Have the attorney to draw up a resolution for the Juneteenth.
Y'all gotta have a resolution in order to be off.
Yes, we have to vote on that. They have
so
to get
why haven't anything came from the mayor's office yet?
Well, that's the question. So now, since they saying it's up to us, I don't mind getting with another council person, and our process is it's 2 of us have to send an email to the attorney's office for him to draw up a resolution.
Okay, he said the Christian lady. Who's the Christian lady?
The Christian lady he talking about is the financial person. She don't have anything to do with the resolution part. Now she has a thing to do with the money part now because she's over finance. He's talking about Lisa Rosser.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you feel that there are people who pulls the mayor's strings?
Oh God, yes.
So is she one of them?
Well, she's one of the ones running the city.
So that's what Mr. Cole is simply saying, that she's the one that's not going to let y'all have it. So therefore,
it's not just up to her. She just can't make a unilateral decision like that. It's not up to her. So Mr. Cole, did you hear what I said? I said two council people will have to sign off on it for the attorney to do a resolution. And every one we've done like that, they don't pass because the mayor runs everything, and he has the votes, and it's not going to pass until
So
it
can
comes
you
down
get
from
the
him.
mask mandate as well?
The mayor can do that.
Okay, my question is this:
They don't do it.
So you think that those that you won't be able to pass the vote on Juneteenth?
If we do it the way I just said it, if it come down from his office, yeah, it'll pass. All I can do is go by past practice.
So you
Everything
saying
I
to me,
wanted, and I went to the attorney to get a resolution. It failed in council.
do you think they're that low down that they would vote against it?
No,
That-
because I think they will vote for it. I just don't understand why they ain't brought it up yet.
Okay.
And if they wanted us to say something at the budget meeting to Mr. Cole, that's true. I didn't bring it up in budget meeting because I was too busy fighting for other stuff, but because I thought this was a done deal.
Hey, Tony, Bishop T.
See, Joe's Mr. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone.
It's a federal holiday.
I guess he said they started it. The president started.
Didn't they shut the city down for Riverfest?
Here we go.
And we need to bring Riverfest back.
Why?
Because we need to bring it back. You can make money if you do it right. But listen,
when have y'all done it right?
Hold on a minute. The last 2 or 3 years, I had white people telling me it wasn't going to work because we didn't have any diversity.
Amen.
And because I was, the last couple of years I was working as a police officer, we would have to take them around with the money and stuff, and they would tell me it's not going to work because we don't have no diversity. You got to have diversity. That's how this stuff will work. This is 21st century.
Well, had the folks they would bring, I ain't never heard before in my life. I never went.
Well, we just have to have. That's why you have to have different people and plus the city didn't run it. It was the chamber. We just helped.
Okay.
See, everybody, y'all blame everything on the city, just like y'all blamed us shutting down the Christmas parade. We don't run that. We just help.
Who does that? Now I want to know who does that.
The Civitans. Yeah, I think it's Civitan, ain't it? No, I take that back. The Kiwanis, I believe. Ain't the Civitans, it's the Kiwanis. Kiwana Club. One of them.
Well, Mr. Worthy, I think you kept folks on here longer than they intend to be on here.
Yeah, y'all kept me on here long as I.
No, you won't rebut. You won't rebut.
Well, now you got it. Now that is the truth.
Exactly. Use local talent. You could have a local talent and one big name person a night. Yeah.
Watch this. Boom.
26-0. Now this council don't have anything to do with hiring. That's the administration.
26-0 is.
That's the score in Etowah and Gadsden City.
Oh.
We have 26 white department heads and 0 African Americans.
Well,
ain't no
we have 2 black judges. That's one. We have 2 black female judges. That's department head.
What is he saying?
It gas or mess too. I don't know. Well, I've heard Fred Zachary talk about that 26-0.
Mr. Cole, there's a lot of good things going on in Gadsden. And everything ain't a mess, Mr. George Huntley. Get optimistic, buddy.
It's Hughley.
Hughley.
Hughley. I can't even see without my glasses on.
You getting your pressure up again.
Yeah.
When you get that little wrinkle right there.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Everything is
okay. Let me
everything
put
is not
these
bad.
up. Let me put this up, and then let me just say something.
Okay.
Okay. Let me say this.
That's right,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Lacey. Keep
Thank you, sir.
fighting.
Okay. Let me say this, Mr. Worthy.
Yes,
in all
sir.
due respect, you have to listen to your constituents.
Oh, I do.
Okay. You may think things are going well, but to the people who doesn't see these things, doesn't feel like we're not getting our piece of the pie, we're fighting. We're madder than you are, and listen. And people gonna get upset with you defending what you appear to you to be something positive when they feel like we ain't getting enough. So all they saying is sometimes you just need to listen to how they're feeling about why we're not getting this. You ought to, I mean, you can understand why people are saying 2018 and we ain't got this community center. And you got people on here saying it's because of the location. If it was in a different location, we wouldn't have that issue. And be honest with you, I totally agree. I totally agree. You know good and well, for 8 years, you've been trying to get some stuff done on Tuscaloosa, and they shut it down every chance you get. And they know we need it on Tuscaloosa Avenue. But they will vote to approve other stuff that's already getting funding and vote against the places that's not getting anything.
You're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So just when they say stuff like that, it's not an attack against you, but it's an attack against what's actually going on at City Hall. And you just one person. If you're gonna fight, just keep fighting, but don't sugarcoat what's really going on. We know good and well if they ain't take that long to do the little work they did on the venue, and they popped it open with an expensive price when they did. But then yet and still, COVID or no COVID, ain't nobody been able. I mean, if you ain't did nothing but take Mr. Joseph Cole and let him walk through to see that it works. You know what I'm saying? He want to know. You got people that's concerned and want to know what is this building going to look like. And I'm afraid, I'm going to be honest, I'm afraid some people going to die before it opens that desires to see this new building.
Well, I'll tell you what I would do. We get a date and time, and I'll get with the engineer, and we'll go tour the place. Okay?
Okay. That's fine.
If it's not open in the next week or 2 weeks, we will go tour the place.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
That's a start.
Absolutely.
I think it'll satisfy some people.
I understand we have a lot that's going on and everything that's not good. I don't have blinders on, but
get off the screen.
What I try to do is I want some of the positive stuff to get out there too.
Yeah.
And if you can't just have all negative, because that hurt not just our county, it hurt our city. It hurt bringing in businesses to this city. So we can't just be negative. We got to be able to tell some of the good stuff that's going on too. And I understand exactly how people feel, because I feel like that with me being up there, trying to get stuff done for my community, because anything they want in their district, I vote for it. My district is the only one that they won't vote for stuff I want in my district.
Of course. It won't. Joseph Cole said it won't be open. May I attend the tour?
Yes, sir. You may attend the tour.
Charles Hawkins said Alabama City is going to lose the Elliott Community Center in Gadsden. Gadsden is tearing it down in 3 months. Is that true?
I don't know if it's going to be 3 months, but yeah, we're going to build a new wellness center over there. The building is falling in. We can't save it.
Well, see, that's clarity. See, they may think you're just tearing it down.
No,
but you telling them what
right.
you're doing. Okay, that's good. The price of the venue do not appeal to the average citizens in Gadsden. Socio-economic disparity.
Well, that's true. And since we on Real Talk, I told them that we should just knock the whole building down and build a brand new one, because it would have been more cost effective. It
I
wouldn't have looked.
totally agree with Miss Frances Bryant, and I say this when it comes to schools and to our city. We need good stuff in every community. All
Absolutely.
citizens of Etowah County or Gadsden need to know that need to be able to say this our city too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And because I don't toe the line and I vote the way I think the people in my district want me to vote, and not take the money from the school system, they I get blackballed, but that's okay. I'm gonna still fight.
Joseph Cole said, will it take 4 years to build the wellness center?
Hopefully not. With the mistakes, listen, we're not perfect. We're gonna make mistakes, and we never tried to say we wouldn't. But we'll learn from this mistake, and we'll go on to the next one, and hopefully it'll be a lot quicker.
Ms. Martha said, yes, the propaganda is that it's in good condition. Talking about
No,
LA,
it's not in good condition. No, if you're talking about LA Community Center, no, go over there and look at it.
But I guess that's what she's saying. They heard, so it's good that you share that it's falling in. But everybody don't know this. You been saying it on this show, but everybody don't know.
But that's why
the new building is for
that's
seniors.
Another reason why we need a dang on public PR person, public relation person, so they can get this information out there. Because everybody don't look at the council meeting. Everybody don't look at your show. They don't listen to it on the radio. But some people, you gotta want to get this information. Yeah. We want to sit back and say, hey, we don't know. We got so many programs in this city to help people, but people don't know about it. As long as you don't know about it, you can't be helped.
Ms. Martha said, we all want to be proud of our community. I agree 199%.
Yes, has it been brought to the attention of the other councilmen as well as the mayor and other officials that the city needs a PR person?
Oh God, yeah, especially with this rendering plan. But they keep saying they're gonna do it, but we haven't done it yet. So it's just so much stuff we could be doing that we're not doing. And be frankly, it's not easy doing any of this stuff that we do. But we just got to keep fighting, and we just got to have the right people in the right places.
So y'all hiring for the PR person?
I would love if I could hire one tomorrow. I would.
Yeah, the Gadsden Times have moved.
Oh yeah, they selling their building up there, trying to sell it anyway.
You really don't have a local reporter.
Well, they here.
They on what street is that? 112th Street. It runs not 12th Street. Over by the isn't it by the fire department? Up what street is that?
Well, that Wall Street. What you talking about? The old
No, I'm talking about the new Gadsden Times.
I don't know where it's at. I thought they just closed it, doing everything.
Yeah,
they have an office. I passed by the office today. They have an office. It says Gadsden Times.
Charles Williams.
What street is that on the it's where the fire department is downtown.
3rd Street or 4th Street. It's on Walnut between 3rd and 4th.
It's Walnut.
Come over that. It's on where the corner of you. It's on Walnut. You come across Walnut.
So
it's probably up 3rd Street.
Yeah, close to the Chestnut.
It's the Foot Doctor, whatever that is.
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
Francis Bryan said that's 4th on 4th. Charles Hawkins said Nick Hall told us 2 months ago it was coming down in 5 months. We leased one wing of the building as Etowah Historical Society is not falling down. It only needs a new roof.
Well, that part may not be falling down, but part of it is falling down.
Miss Francis said, why wasn't it maintained? We don't wait till our personal property is falling down, yet we pay taxes and can't spend it on our stuff. The city
That's
needs
a good question. We
constituency
have fixed
service
the building.
person.
We have fixed the building several times, from my understanding. So it's time to get a new one over there.
Yeah. Well, Councilman, we're gonna let you on off the hook because these folk they throwing some stuff at you, man.
I don't mind. That's what I'm here for. I can talk. I ain't doing nothing but quarantining anyway.
Kevin Williams said this, and this will be a good way to catch some of your questions. So you got to get out and talk to the people in your district.
Oh yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
But thank you. I'll do it more.
Yeah. All right, my friend. We thank you for coming on. And we look forward to talking to you real soon. And
all right. Thank you. All have a good night.
Pray that those numbers are different when we talk to you.
Next week.
I appreciate that.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself, man.
And y'all say a little prayer for me too, because I need it.
Definitely.
All right.
All right,
have
you
a good
all.
one. All
Good
right.
night.
Woo.
Y'all did too much tonight. You done showed the spit video. Ooh,
Why did
too
I show
much.
that? Why did I show
Too
that?
much.
Who brought
I don't
it up?
know. I don't know. I don't know why you put our viewers through that mess. Ooh, my goodness. That was terrible. Hope our ratings don't go down.
It's real talk. You can't handle real talk. You on the wrong show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Well, Bishop, it's been good.
it's been great.
Enjoyed it as always.
Very comical tonight.
Very comical, and it was good. Good info. Good info.
And
I think a lot of questions has been answered. We thank all of you for joining us. Thank all of you for joining us. If you're on YouTube, on the Real Talk with Pastor Z and Bishop T, we would like for you to like and subscribe on that particular channel. And again, if you have not liked our Real Talk page on Facebook, go to Real Talk on Facebook and like our page as well. We thank all of you for joining us, and until next Thursday.
See you all later. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining us.